Hey, good afternoon. It's Rodney here. Hey, I'm here on the coldest day of the year in Virginia, anyway. And I want to show you the value of what we call additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing. So I have, as you have become aware to date, I've got some RVs that look like that. There's a small business where people give me money to take them away for a few days, and then they bring them back, and I fix them, and get rid of dirty water and whatever, and then we do that again. So this particular unit right here, that's my Thor Hurricane. But if you look, I'm going to walk up here and show you this window. See, the front window here, it has a screen on it, right? And well, it doesn't have a screen on it right now, but there's a screen that comes with it. But you see this curve, right? It's curved here. So what happened is I had the screen that goes in there break. The frame is broken. Actually, just the little plastic corner piece, right? These things are made of extruded aluminum with plastic things that hold the corners together, just like your screens in your house. Problem is, I can't go down to Lowe's, I can't go down to Walmart and buy the little plastic piece for the RV screen because it's unique. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this screen and I'm going to show you how in fact we can do this with additive manufacturing, or aka a 3D printer. So I'm going to break free here. I'm going to pull this screen out because it's actually still in there. So I'm going to pull that off of there and we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. So here we are, the screen's removed. Just a standard screen, extruded aluminum, plastic, corner piece. This would be, I could get that at Walmart, but that I can't, and this has to do with the automobile window being curved. So you see what we have here. There used to be a tab, that's stuck in there, and just held this corner. And so it's also broken on this end. So, obviously, once this is all together, you put the screen on there, you come in here with your little rubber tubing, or whatever they call that stuff, and you squeeze it in there and holds the screen in place. So without this guy, or one like it, the screen is not going to ever look or be right again. So I need one of those, and I'll show you how I'm going to get one. Okay, so here we are back at the PC here. We've identified our part. We brought it in and we know what we need now. Actually, we don't really know what we need, but I know that it is, I'm going to search this website called Thingiverse, and I'm going to say corner plastic RV screen, and we'll see what happens. Got nothing. So RV screen corner, there, screen repair corners, CT Pearson. So I don't know CT Pearson. You probably don't either, but I know that May of last year, this cat went out and built a model of a piece, which is probably what I need. So I'm going to go into this, actually, as I haven't played with this yet at all. So there's the corner piece that I don't need. Here's the piece that I do. So what I'm going to go through is I'm going to look at this close. I'm going to get the details on this thing, this model that he built, and make sure it's the right shape and size to put my screen together. And if it is, I'll come back and I'll let you know. Okay, welcome back. Here's a part. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen here is the part that was made. And so what I'm doing, and this is like crude, taking a ruler in millimeters, and I'm going to measure dimensions of this thing, because he says 81.9. So I'm looking at this thing and saying, hey, is this 81.9? In the future, the more advanced methods, I will build the models. But for right now, and really one of the cool things about 3D printing, if you're getting into it now, is there's been a whole crowd of people in the world that's into it, and they very well likely may have made a product that you need. And so I'm going to print this thing. Let's say I don't like it. I can go tweak it and update it, and then I can print it and someone else can print it and save it on this website here. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to validate the size of this thing with the ruler, and then I'm going to print it. So the one thing I had to do, though, which you didn't see because I paused the video, is I had downloaded some software free online that the Thingiverse files get sucked into, which is, you see it up in the background here, but it allows me to manipulate and examine the item in electronic form, and it makes the G code, which is the specific machine language, whatever, it's not the right word for it, but the language that I put into the printer. So hang in there, we'll be right back and we'll get this done. Okay, so I measured it and it matches, and what I did is I went ahead and ran through the code. Honestly, used the code for the first day today for about 2 minutes. I clicked the little prepare button you see down in the bottom right after I pulled up the STL file. And if you look over here just behind me on the USB drive, you can see P13 round corner G code. That is it. That's what I need. It is now loaded on the little, the hell do you call it, a little SD card. I'm going to put it in that printer and we're going to go. So stand by and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. So here we are. This is the basic printer brains power supply, and we got the printer up here. And one thing I've futzed with twice on this, as you can see, if you look over here, that's where you mount the SD card. What's interesting is non-intuitively, you put it copper terminals up, so it feels like you're putting the card in upside down, but if you don't put in the card upside down, you can't mount it and get the files. So let's get in here and we'll do some manipulations of the user interface. So you just press the user button here, come down, we want to mount the SD card. So we'll go to print file. Actually, I've already mounted, the card's already mounted. So these files here are what's on the card, and I need to find the name that we loaded. It's going to be a G code. There it is, I3 round corner G code. Press that, and see, she tells me printing. All right, so she's getting ready. That's really all it takes, man, once you got a G code. And so here, she's been warmed up for a while, so this plate's warm, and actually I got a little goo come out of the extruder nozzle. There's your nozzle. That's super hot, don't touch that. So I can get this off of here. All right. So she's getting into position. I didn't preset any of this, so if there's some preset required, then I may be wrong. So this is a PLA. It's just a pretty simple plastic, pretty hard, brittle plastic. It wraps up on that spool. That's not a handle, by the way. And so now you can see that tip is right down at the surface. I can get a good shot for you. She's not all the way down yet. Well, I don't know what she's doing. Hopefully it comes down, because if it starts to come out right now. There we go. She's printing. You can start to see the shape come together here. So this is literally it. As you can see, the trolley takes the nozzle left, right, the base moves forward and backwards, and then there's screws here, these lead screws, that indexes the trolley up and down as this thing gets depth to it. Alright, so this process is a few minutes. I think if we come back over here, we can get an estimate of the time remaining. So we're looking at, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it doesn't tell me. But based on a part that I printed for practice, And I'm giving this one 2 or 3 hours. So she's gonna run through it, and we'll come back and we'll see what the finished piece looks like. And then ideally, we'll put that screen together. Okay, Rod, in here. We're done. I now have this printed item. Okay. And it is intended to replace this. So just as a idiot check, we'll try to line these up. You can see the one that's printed is slightly beefier. Let's get some light on the subject here. Slightly beefier. Meaning like this piece here is a little bit thicker than the corresponding piece here. But yeah, so this is not solid though either. You can't really tell. Maybe you can see some of the texture if I hold it just right. You see the little bubbles there? Those are actually, there's a lattice in there, and you saw it in the last section that was uncovered over, so it's just an efficient way to use the material. All right, so I'm going to break this out of here, and we're going to put it in here and see if we have a frame that holds. So, like I said, I'm just peeling this little base. So I pretty much pulled this thing up within a minute of it finished printing. There's probably some sin in that because it doesn't have time to fully acclimate to room temperature. However, I'm not seeing any negative effects at this point of doing this. I'm being careful. I just want to. So there's your part. I'm gonna grab this. And we ask ourselves, is this going to work? So, extruded aluminum. It's going to take a little forcing. Oof. Motivating. So, what I'm going to have to do is take the screen out. I don't have enough freedom of motion here. As it is, but clearly it's stuck in the bottom. Okay, the groove is lining up, so it's gonna work. Except I'm gonna have a green corner on my screen, but the RV is gonna be fixed right there. And you know what? I was thinking about this as it was printing. I probably spent less time, or maybe equivalent amount of time, going out to the Thingiverse, finding the part, getting the code for the G code to put into the printer, as I would have spent going on Amazon, doing a price search, comparing that to like a Walmart price search or just a general internet availability price search, and bam, I got it. So that's it. That's how you 3D print a piece for an RV. And of course, this can apply generally anywhere. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.